Hey, we're live. So good evening all. Welcome to TFC Open Mic. This is season 3, episode 43. And I've gone this one and called it Ding Ding Round 3. Well, 4 if you count VXP. But hey, for this month, it's the third event. Let's just call it an event. We'll discuss whether we like the event or don't like the event, or like what's going on in the event, the targets, etc. in a moment. But anyway, first of all, people so far in. Brian, good evening, mate. You all right?
I am always a skeleton for Halloween.
I can't imagine why. Hefe, evening, buddy.
Oh, I'm doing great. And yourself?
Yeah, well, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, had the family around for the weekend, so yeah, it's been good. And Venom's in. Hey, mate.
Hello. It's so cold.
It's so cold. It is. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the temperature is at the moment. Oh, it's 2 degrees. Yeah, it's chilly at the moment. So yeah, winter's definitely on the way. And we'll say tonight as well, before people forget, the clocks go back tonight, so you get an extra hour in bed for those in the UK. Is it the same over there? Not sure about you guys. Is it?
Oh, right. Yours is off. Yours is off. Yeah.
We're 1 week out, aren't we?
Wait, no.
Yeah, ours is next week. Yours, I guess, is this week?
Our time is set to 0, so technically everyone else is out.
Yeah, we're 0, aren't we? We're the meridian line, so yeah. Oh yeah, brother says it's -3 on Dartmoor. Not that that means anything to anybody apart from us in the UK, but that's pretty chilly. Yeah. So UK, yeah, we're all going to get an extra hour's kit tonight, and Europe as well. So all's good. Which means you can stay up later and then do more targets on this interesting little campaign that we're watching. So long and short, hello everyone in chat. Sorry, on the sidebar chat there, who's in there? Wayne's in there and Ford's in there. Feel free, anybody on the sidebar chat, to hop in and join us as we chat through stuff. It'll all come to light and make sense, I'm sure, as we go along. If not, then I'll just blame Venom. In fact, I'll blame Ford because he's in sidebar chat as ever. So what do we get? Patch notes 43. Let's have a little look at them. I'm not doing slides tonight because I wasn't in that motivated sort of mood, to be honest. Too busy chasing ghost ships. Right. So patch notes for 8.43. What do they have then? Flying Dutchman. We'll come back to that in a second. Turrets of Terror. Who's done Turrets of Terror? Anybody? Bit harder, this one, isn't it? Bit harder.
I watched people and then I decided, no, that's not worth the time.
Well, because I mean, FM. Well, if you didn't have witch doctors, and why would you not have witch doctors? Because if you haven't got them, go get them. Then obviously the FM is the most important thing, as we always say that. So you need your fleet to do the FM. They're 1.5 million, which I think is a great price. I have to say, it's still the best ship, for PvP, definitely. And Venom's just got another skin. And they're there in the FM, so good news. It's a shame the weapon to go on them isn't there, but maybe that's asking a little bit too much. But at least the ship's there, so yeah, everyone's doing that, which then brings this one into a bit of a contention, because if you're smashing your ships around to get the FM done, it's the exact same fleet is required to do this Turrets of Terror, because unlike the previous one, this one says Elite in the code there at the title, and this one's a bit cheeky, especially as you get on the later versions of it. Get around to round 3 and that sort of stuff. So yeah, same fleet doing the same thing, but in 2 different sort of like end states. One to obviously get lots of nice turrets and that sort of stuff, and the other one is to get you some nice PvP ships. So it's all PvP related, but Hex is in the FM, is it? Haffle's saying, or is it in there? I don't know.
Well, no. The bounty, because that ended last week, and with the glitch in them extending it, and you get 10k points. Mm-hmm. Was the weapon from the Witch Doctor in the bounty?
Yeah.
Because you could have foreseen, and the carryover from Bounty Store coincided with the FM content release, so you could have seen the Witch Doctor in the FM, used your points in bounty to get the hex scatter, the weapon for it.
Yeah, the hex.
I don't know the names. I know it exists. So you could have done it. I joined the bounty. It was with an hour to go, and I got XR Plate 3. I'm happy.
Yeah, why not? Hey, yeah, you can risk it. I said that to guys. You can risk it anyway, because you can get the 800 plus the 10k, and even if you did it 1 minute before the end, because it doesn't get awarded till afterwards, so they couldn't take the 10k, and that got the XR Plate. So it's a win-win, I think, bounty this time for everybody on that respect. But yeah, oh dear. Have you done the Turrets of Terror campaign yourself, mate? You got anywhere near it at all?
I have not done any of these.
No, I mean, a lot of people. I mean, the only reason I think I've done the prize pack 3 now. The only reason is because obviously refactoring is going to come along soon, and I don't know what they're going to do. And so I'm just edging my bets at the fact that there's obviously lots of build tokens there for different turrets. So I'm don't know if it's going to be the right thing to do, but I didn't need much of it. But I thought I'd just because I already had Witch Doctors already, so I didn't have to do too much in FM for me this week. It was pretty quiet, but. So yeah, I've used my FM fleet on this, but it's a cheeky little TLC, I have to say. It looks the same as the old one, but it certainly isn't the same. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I want to go back to something that Brian said. Could you go through the bounty store again? I don't see the Hex Scatter Gun in there. I see the Calamity.
Yeah, it's in FM, isn't it? Yeah, Calamity's down the bottom end, isn't it? On the
bounty, but the Hex.
This is why I asked. I paid no attention. I'll look it up.
Hang on, let me just go. Let me see if I can go back to is bounty dropped off of this? It probably has, to be honest. It's probably gone way down too far now to have a little look.
Maybe updates archive. I'm looking as well as best I can.
Yeah, it was. Hex is in an FM, as they were saying. I've just had a look at that on another screen. But yeah, it was. You're right. It was the other scattergun, because obviously the ship was in there, wasn't it? The tier 5 stuff, wasn't it? Tier 6, sorry. The other old ship, the Defender class was in there. The
Valiant.
Yeah, the Valiant. That's it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to go into what should we be doing this week apart from chilling out. I just, okay, so we started the month off with a raid, and then we moved obviously into VXPing, and then we moved into bounty. Now we've got this, and then literally, going to have a day and a half off, and then we move on to another raid again. Blimmin' heck. Has anybody seen their family? It's just nuts this month. It really is. It all requires seat time anyway. But yeah, come on, let's get back into the notes.
For what it's worth,
yeah, go on.
The Halo missile, and obviously the refactor is coming. We don't know what it is. We don't know how or what is going to change or by how much. Basically, none of it. The Halo missile has always been very bad. Javelin, that's the good one, right? I believe that's the good one. And the Cold Snap Rocket Turret 2 is definitely good to have because it can shut off fields, things like that. You really don't need to do the last prize pack as far as I'm concerned. The Kinetic Motion Cannon is pretty garbage. And Phlogistons, I mean, if you need more, maybe, but they've been on offer a lot. One-day structure tokens are nice, but I don't think they're going to be worth it to a lot of people. So you can just stop at 3.
Yeah, that's what I got to. I got to 3 and I left it at that, to be honest. I didn't really go much further. Just because I obviously then got to this this weekend's event that's going on now, the Flying Dutchman. So I thought, right, okay, I can only fix so much stuff. And now obviously I've got to fix a set of razors which aren't cheap. None of this stuff at the moment is cheap to fix. It's definitely got to that era, I think, where we're having to use top-notch fleets, for everything to do well. But the fix times are 12 hours plus, 12 hours plus, 12 hours plus every time, so I'm not spending 24, 30 odd coins, that sort of stuff, just to fix a fleet to carry on again. It's just crazy. I'll just park them up and then do it tomorrow, So that's what I'm doing, basically. Going out, killing a fleet, and then leave it till the next day. And if I've got nothing else, that's usable, so I can carry on the next day, then I'm just not playing. So it's which is unusual for me. But that's the avenue they've taken us down, unfortunately. That's my opinion, anyway. But yeah, anyway. So what else we got? Yeah, the 2 campaigns that came out as well. These weren't nice either, to be honest. So the Major Razor campaign, obviously, these are obviously for the flagships and those that haven't got them already. Hey, Raina, how you doing? Trouble's in. Uh-oh, but I better behave now.
I'm not trouble. Hello.
It started already. How are they? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh dear, you've actually got a weekend off. That's nice.
I know it is.
Okay, on time to catch up and do loads more events that you didn't think you had time to do, apart from being with your family.
Right. It's okay.
But you're managing, yeah?
Yeah, I'm managing. I got repairs going right now, so figured I'd pop on.
Same. Yeah, same here. So we got the Major Razor campaign for those that haven't got, obviously, the flagship. So that's for the Occam's Razor Tail. There's a few tokens there for it, and obviously some build tokens that will get you started if that's what you wish to do. And obviously the Cover of Darkness campaign was obviously the flip side as well, and that'll get you the Bat Ray flagship as well. So the Brenner's one. They're available, but they're not. None of them are easy. You know, that one there's a bit tricky. A few people have struggled on that one there based off what I saw on the page. So quite a challenge. Yeah, quite a challenge. I think this month for some people there. You know, you need top range fleets and that sort of stuff. And I think some people are definitely struggling. Just like this event this weekend. You know, if you haven't got the goodies, you know, they said, you know, you can use various ships to go in this event this weekend. But I know for a fact that the fangs don't work. You know, unless you're really, really, really sneaky at doing the number 7. That doesn't work. You know, icebreakers don't work. Even in the 7, people are dying and that sort of stuff. So it's down to, you know, full ships of Razor Tails with the flagships and Bat Rays as well. So if you're ready and prepped, I suppose it's good. And then you can just get a bit further ahead again. But everybody else is going to be feeling the pain. And Venom's feeling the pain, aren't you, mate? How many bits of one have you got and not of the other? Random drops? Don't we just hate them?
Well, I'm back to or I'm up to 4 out of 5 for the Razor, but it's taken me 63,000 points to get that far. The Gale seems to like me a lot since I've now got 7 of the Gales completed with another shard just dropped there. So it's a bit ridiculous at this point. It really doesn't like me.
So
for one of my guys in the Alliance, I had the same amount of Gale shards as it took him to get the full blueprints of both ships.
Really?
Yeah. He had hit the same amount of shards I had to get the blueprint.
That's so annoying, isn't it?
It's infuriating. That's all I want. Don't want anything else.
I'll just say hi, Lord. How you doing, mate?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good. Adam, how are you, mate? You all right as well?
Yeah.
Hello.
Good to see you guys. Okay. Right. And Ren's in. Hello, mate. Good evening, buddy.
Hey, hello.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay-ish. I think, to be honest, mate. It's just a bit of fatigue. That's how I feel at the moment on this flipping. Let's just tie up all your family time and every weekend. Let's do something that's takes hours and hours and hours. But there you go. That's the way it is. Anyway.
You have to play all those hours. You know?
If you don't want to fall behind, yeah, it's the trap, isn't it? It's a trap. Yeah, we were that.
That's the point of caring about falling behind, to be honest. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like me to be negative normally, but even I have a limit. So,
I haven't
Brian,
touched those flying Dutchman targets so far.
Sorry, Brian. Go on, you say.
No, I will carry the team for negativity. Oh, did you want me to go off about this event now, or?
Yeah, go on, do it now. Go on.
Okay, yeah, people go grab the beer.
I didn't realize it was a competition. Is it?
No, I don't know. But Brian had a quick chat before the event, the show started. So I thought you had a couple of good points. So go on, mate. Go for it.
Yeah. So there are a lot of issues with this event. I think one of the first ones for the lowers. One of the first ones for the lowers especially is the icebreakers not working. They should have patched that and fixed that, they said, but there were still reports of skirmish fleets doing a lot better. So even Kix isn't sure what they're doing with this event, which is always a good thing to start off with. The 13s, the prizes, they're skins, and that's great. But some of the other stuff, the high-end stuff you can get, the Gale 4, the Torp counter, it makes this event incredibly necessary. And because of the limited time window, it's 48 hours, I think, to do the whole thing. The random nature of getting shards for a blueprint. So not only do you have to get lucky and get the shard that you want, that you still don't know what you're going to get when you open the chest, but you have to do that 5 times for one blueprint of one thing. And in the Gale's case especially, that's going to be useful not just on your skirmish ships, but on your FM fleets as well. That makes it incredibly grindy and repetitive, and you could grind incredibly hard and just not get what you want. Venom was talking about he doesn't have the Razor skin yet. 63,000 points that he has is 83 targets. and he still hasn't gotten 5 of one thing that's supposedly a quote-unquote medium chance drop just yet. So you could be a very good player and do incredibly well and not get enough Gale 4s or torpedo countermeasures. And torpedo countermeasure is the other big thing that's the problem with this event, wherein you could get Gale 4s that are an increase on Gale 3s, but not too much unless you have a specific CM ship like the Greta, you know, that you might want those big Gales on, but you put them on your skirmish fleets too, and oh my god, need so many Gales. The Torps, there's no analog to that. We've never had it before. So now that we have something like that, I'm worried that they're going to tune for these sorts of things in the raid and the S set. And if you can't get these items, and again, these are luck-based, you could just get unlucky and not get any or not get quote-unquote enough, even if you hit 50, 100 targets. Then you're down to hitting the A's, and then there might be a hit-down penalty. So instead of getting 10 million for X repair, you're getting like 2 million for half that repair. Your efficiency goes down massively. You fall behind, slippery slope, etc., etc. And you're behind not because you're bad, but the game RNG just didn't like you. The fact that this is the only foreseeable way to get these sorts of things in the future, and that they are strict upgrades from what we have, some of the most necessary things in the game. Again, Gales, soon to be the torpedo countermeasures. You know, there might be a ballistic countermeasure for this thing, for the siege cycle in a few months. What's that going to do? And so it just puts all this pressure to do something that should have been a fun Halloween event into something that just isn't fun at all. It's required, and there's no definable metric of success through player skill. This is an absolute travesty of an event. It feels like this was thrown together really quickly because, again, Kixeye got the briefing wrong on some of their targets. It should have been fun. You should have gotten skins. There should have been blood on the water. It would have been great, but they just made it into something terrible on the only weekend that we had spare, even giving us 2 TLCs that are incredibly difficult in terms of getting the skirmish flagships. So now there's repair juggling cost into that as well. Just everything all together, this event is a failure. And it would have been great if it was just on its own merit, on its own, and optional, as most holiday events typically are across most games ever. Time.
Yeah, I just like to highlight that last point. Optional. It's like a forced raid on people that they didn't tell anyone it was coming until last week. They've just sprung up an event, not very well planned, not very well designed, rather annoying, very grindy, but forced it upon us. You can't. They've taken targets off the map. They've removed the sector threat. They've stopped people jumping, and they've along the bottom of your screen you can't see all your friends. It's basically a raid setup.
No uranium,
and we didn't need.
And the timing.
Nobody asked for it.
The timing is horrible for this event. I mean, it started. We just finished Bounty, and the timer started, and then we had FM. I mean, this is, I don't know, man. This is no longer a game. This is more and more. It looks like working in the salt mines. You know, it's slave labor. And the problem is, if you don't do it, you will fall behind. And if you fall behind, you're done. I mean, almost everybody who's doing this event, they're not doing it because they're enjoying it. They're doing it because of fear of falling behind. And this is a game. You're supposed to be enjoying this.
Yeah. I did say I mean, okay. I mean, let's have a look. Guys in sidebar chat there, and do you feel that this is a pressure sell this weekend? Do you feel doesn't matter whether the targets are interesting or not and that sort of stuff, but going around in circles is not interesting to me anyway. No. Yes, they're new and that sort of stuff, but we're just going round and round in circles. That's basically all we're doing, you know. So it's one ship, you're going round in circles. Whoopie doo. Okay, that's dead exciting. If you've got razors, it's easy. You just put on a nightmare crew and that you just keep going round and round. And as they die off, they get stronger and stronger. I can do 25 targets and I put them away and fix overnight. Thank you very much. I've still got nowhere near what I want shard-wise. I'm not spending a penny on this event. I really refuse, and I've told them point blankly. I think it's disgusting what they've done this weekend. Then, so for everybody out there, I've raised my concerns, and I think it's bang out of order this weekend. I really do.
They should have just put them in FM, man.
My suggestion was, okay, then the Gale should have got in next month's FM.
Exactly.
after the raid, and the if you want to put this sub bloody torpedo killer thingy in, then actually put it in the limit store if you're going to put it anywhere into the raid itself, you know, and then you could just get 1 or 2 in the limited store, then maybe next month get a couple more. You didn't. This event does not need to happen. This event should have been something along the lines of, yeah, let's make all your bases colourful. Let's put an aura around the outside of your PvP ships, and let's do half repair for the weekend. Go enjoy yourselves. Have a great weekend. Done.
Oh yeah.
You know what really annoys me? They've pushed back things like the servers being changed. They've pushed back the PvP being updated. They've got so much they need to fix, yet they decide to go out and develop and make a event that we didn't need. When there's so much that we do need fixed. Where is
You mean
logic?
that bookmarks out of order and Nexus claim message going on for over a week, and I could keep going. You know,
the list, it just goes on.
Yeah.
Of stuff that they should get right, but they haven't, and they're just ignoring. They're doing stupid events that were unnecessary and have annoyed quite a lot of the community. But you know,
it takes a lot to annoy me, and I'm proper pissed off at the moment.
And you're right. I mean, I'm just doing my first few targets. I'm sharing my screen if you guys want to see, but
going around in circles is not interesting after 80.
No, it's right?
Boring.
It is
boring.
Just going around the circle around the Flying Dutchman, and that with a fleet that apparently now has these little bubbles ahead of it, just to go faster in a straight line. So it doesn't really help.
But you notice also that the target's designed so that basically it doesn't matter how good your flagship is without, it's just basically all splash damage anyway. So you could have built what you freaking like, and they're all just getting splash damage, the same amount of damage across the whole fleet, which is something, I suppose. At least the flagship's not dying off. That's good. But driving around in circles, you know, for 2 hours a day.
Boring.
Hello.
Why does it say that on the target weakness that its weakness is explosive?
Rockets.
It's the rockets on the rays, but I mean, which encourages people though to use things like, you know, the Gretas and all that sort of stuff, and icebreakers.
This target is tailored for the grazers, not the bats.
Really? So are you saying if I use bats here, I'm going to do poorly?
In the 13, it says weakness, concussive, and explosive. It says concussive and explosive.
And explosive, and the 7 says explosive, doesn't it?
Yeah. The 7 was designed for garrison fleets, and the 13 was designed for both of the new skirmish fleets. So you can do both. I've seen guys do the 13 with bats for instant repair on the map. I haven't seen anyone do instant repair with razors yet.
I'm doing about 10-11 minutes per target. Is this good or bad?
Yeah, that's about right, mate. Yeah, that's about it.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I was using the Nightmare Crew, and I just kept going up there and just go round and round in circles, just avoiding the splash damage. About 7 to 9 minutes roughly for each target. No, sorry, about 7 to 11 minutes per target, getting down to 5 to 7 minutes once the fleets, you know, once it gets more and more dead because this crew gets stronger and your ships get faster. I just kept going around. I did about 27, 28 before I had to go and fix them for a 12-hour fix. And I'll do another set tomorrow morning now. I'm not doing any more tonight. I can't be bothered.
This is boring. It's just like circling one ship.
Ren, question, mate. Is there a trick to doing it with the bats for 10 minutes only? Because I'm getting something like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
I'm using Razor Tail, sorry, right now.
There's a couple of videos up in there.
Yeah, just avoid the green balls. When the ships spawn, move away from the main ship, kill them, and then come back in.
Bats have range. I've seen bats do great. I don't have bats built myself, but bats have the range. So I'm seeing guys doing it for like nothing. So bats are way better. The razors, you got to get right on top of the target.
Yeah, you got to drive it down, haven't you?
Except for the rays are better at killing the drones. But yeah, you can do it for under 10 minutes with the bat rays. The thing you have to be aware of is that they have the skiffs have the fang aura that's coming off of them. And it's causing your ships to slow down to the point that if you don't kill them, you are going to get hit by the mortars coming off the main ship because you're slowed. That's what their main thing is that they're doing to you, is they're slowing you down to the point where you can't outrun the mortars.
Right.
I'll put it into perspective between the two ships. The guys that were doing it for instant repair on the map with bats, it would take them 3 times as long to do the target as it would for me to kill the target with the razors, go to my base, instant repair them individually, and hit the target. So I can do 3 targets doing it that way.
Listen, man,
they do 1.
Sorry for interrupting. I just launched my fleet. I'm going to try and do it as you said. So you're telling me just stay away from the green goo that comes out from the ship?
That's where you're getting all your damage, mate. It's the green bubbles, basically. I mean, basically that's like mortar shells coming in, but it's like green goo. But it's basically mortar shells. Just keep well away from those, and then just keep ducking in and out. There are a couple of videos on the page, and people are doing really well, but just got to sort of like keep well away from that mortar stuff.
I'm just circling it tight and killing the drones as they spawn. And
exactly the same. I'll just highlight Ren's quickly. I mean, he's keeping his just on the outside of his, his countermeasure range, and just inside, obviously, of his rocket range, and that's the sort of sweet spot. You can avoid nearly everything. Then that's exactly why I've been doing it as well. Other people are doing other things. They're doing the skiffs and driving away, but you don't need to be honest. There's no point.
Well, this is real fast. I'm killing like a target every 2 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, for me, there's the top people get a pretty picture on your base and that sort of stuff. But actually, you want the shards. Who gives a crap about the points? You want the shards. You want to smash these things as fast as you possibly can to get as many shards as possible.
Is there a leaderboard for these for some reason?
Yeah. There's a top this and a top that. But to be honest, the way to go and get the top points is to sit in the target. It probably isn't actually, but for some of them are sitting in until it's like to its last minute, and they're getting like 2,500 points per target. But you're getting 750 there, I noticed, which is what I was doing. But you can do 3 times as many targets, so it depends on, do you want to sit in the target and get the 2,100 points each time by almost timing out, but getting the ghost ship down to almost dead, so it keeps kicking out 5 skiffs, and you just keep killing off 5 skiffs every 20 seconds or 30 seconds.
You get more points if you let it spawn more skiffs.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's the skiffs that give you the points.
If you're running razors, you do not want to do that.
No,
I tested that already. It's
but they let more torpedoes as well. It's not good.
Yeah, you're getting more points per target, but in the same time it takes you to do that 1 target, you can do like 5 or 6.
4 or 5. Yeah, I was doing 4 or 5. Yeah,
and you can do them for instant repair. Whereas if you sit in the target, you're getting hit by torpedoes constantly.
A lot of torpedoes. Yeah.
So it's not going to be instant repair at all. I think it was 3 coins for half the points. Doing it just sitting inside.
Nice.
Yeah, come out the way, mate. Come over to the left.
My screen. Hang on, I'm
come right to the left.
Screen.
Don't go in that. Yeah, see now you're getting.
Don't go in there.
Yeah, so you've got to try and keep the ship in the center if you can. So just go back over on the left-hand side and let it come towards you. So if you, the problem is you've got it backed in the top corner now, haven't you?
Look at the damage bar. It's a lot better. I'm barely taking any. No, I'm getting arrogant.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep away. Yeah, see, now you're in a bit of a mess then. Yeah, it needs to chase you, basically.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. I have
the best thing, buddy, is basically when you start in the thing, is to let it sort of like you go right up the left hand side first, bring the first skiff towards you, kill it off, and then turn immediately down southeast, and then basically you can just dance around it around the outside, and it sits in the middle of the screen basically. Then it doesn't go anywhere near the outsides. It's always messy when it goes there because you want to keep going around it, and if you can keep going around it, then all that green goo falls behind you, so you haven't got to keep changing direction.
Yeah, I think I got it. I'll do another one, but I think I got a hang of it, how to do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Venom. Appreciate it, man.
Cool, excellent. Hang on. Let's go back to the lady. Raina, tell me. So how much time have you had to chance to do this game this week, and what have you having to catch up on?
I haven't done any TLCs last week or this week, so I completely missed all the ones last week. So no extra tokens for me.
Wow.
And I haven't done any of the ones this week, and I don't know that I'm going to. I've got too many other repairs to do, so.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it, at the moment? So you managed to get the FM out of the way, though, are you?
I haven't even started that yet.
Oh, wow.
So I've got to do my FM. I've got to try and get some shards.
So what are you going to fix? You're going to fix your FM fleet? You're going to have to coin something. You're going to coin the FM fleet at 30 coins, or you're going to coin the, your Razor Tails or Bat Rays at 30 coins? Because you can do both. Someone's got to give.
I haven't decided yet.
It's nuts, isn't it?
That's a reflection of how demanding this game has been lately. It's ridiculous.
It's just, yeah, I literally, as soon as FM came on, because I didn't know what this event was. I've got all my alliance in the same sector as most of us anyway, until we realized that they'd locked out, relocation, so I couldn't get the rest of the guys in. So I didn't know what sort of event it was. I thought it was going to be a fun event, and we were going to go and do some stuff. And I thought, this would be great. Well, it turned out it doesn't matter where you are, because it's, it's an individual event, so it's not a team event. But, I thought, right, guys, get the FM out of the way early this week, because, something's going to happen. Obviously, the weekend, then it should be a lot of fun. Let's all get together and have a good chinwag on the comms and that sort of stuff. Hasn't turned out that way, because people are logging on, like I say, smashing ships for a couple of hours and then logging off because they're not fixing them, because they refuse to, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, I was expecting this event to be. Do you remember last year when they did those the test of the assault targets, where they gave us those assault targets on the map before the raid cycle started, and they dropped chests that would give us 10-hour structure repair tokens or whatever they were, and they were a lot of fun to play, and we could co-op them and whatever. But I was expecting something like that, where it wasn't. When they said optional, I expected it to be optional, not, I need to do it because I need the tech. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and to do it, unfortunately, you're going to have to coin something. You've got no choice. You're going to have to spend at least 100 coin this weekend to be able to, or I don't know, don't fix your FM fleet until after the weekend's finished, and then just fix your, normal. But as it was said in their sidebar chat, 110 targets someone's hit before they got everything they needed. And that's a sort of potluck as well, because you could still have 110 randomness and still not get everything you want.
Yeah, I was able to play a little bit yesterday. I've got 26,000, I think, from the event.
All right, okay. Well, that's not too bad then. Hey, Ozzy, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
I hope you're not as negative as me, because I'm not normally negative, but today I'm really annoyed.
Yeah.
But hey ho. What are you up to, mate, this weekend?
Just the usual. Just doing this. What's it called?
Event.
Yeah,
the Dutch.
Yeah.
You call it raid. That's what you call.
No, we
raid.
call it raid 3. That's what I call it. Because bounty's not PvP. Obviously, that's just another PvE event. Well, it wasn't for me actually. I refused to hit any of the thingy targets. So I only hit bases this time in bounty.
Bounty was relaxing. I did nothing. I just joined Nexuses and I hit 2 opponent bases during the whole thing.
Was that what you did, mate, for bounty?
Nothing. I did nothing. I hit nobody. I hit no opponents but 2, and I just showed up once or twice a day to collect like 100 points, 800 points, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
Ended up with 26,000. Then they gave everybody 10, 36. I got what I could do. That screw it.
Wow, that proves that a Nexus isn't, if you've got a few, is worthwhile, isn't it? I know in BPL, I think, had all the Nexuses in Alpha World because nobody else was, with the big alliance was down there. And they had all five, and nobody even bothered challenging them because they just couldn't be bothered. It's just, and I know that it was auto banking this time as well, wasn't it, on the Nexuses? So I suppose a lot of people got a little bit better this time for that. But I don't know what 5 Nexuses gets you, but obviously clearly then it's going to be at least 36,000.
No, I think we had like one or two or something like that. 1 or 2.
We had 2, but the auto bank didn't actually work for us, so I had to send in a ticket to get mine because I was testing that for him, and I didn't get my first payout.
Oh, what?
On Friday it worked for me.
On Friday it didn't work for me. I sat there watching my clock and I never got it.
Right, and Monday I think I was on to bank.
Flimmer neck. So Rick's just said in the sideback chat, he's just checked. He's got 55k. He still doesn't have everything. Venom, you had the same, didn't you? You on 60 something?
I got the 66k before I got everything.
I suppose the logic in this is, okay, it's shards, and the answer is going to be, well, what is it you want to put the Gales on? You've got to be selected. They're a niche item, and you've got to put it on a this or a that. I don't know. This is a game about those that have got and those that haven't got. And if you want to stay ahead, you want to be the ones that have got. I suppose they're going to say, well, if you want to get it, it's going to cost you. It's the old greed factor yet again, isn't it? But I think for me personally, this is just one event that's just too far. It's just too greedy from them to me. I don't find it fun personally. Drive around in circles is boring, as Ren has said, and it's not enticing me to want to come to the love of their game for the weekend. So I freaking haven't, to be honest. But hey,
we did that. We had that once before too, driving around in circles. What one was that one?
I don't know, mate. I can't remember, to be honest.
I'm sure it was a raid. We just went round and round in circles all for the whole week, and can't remember what it was either. It was a while ago.
I mean, conceptually, I can see it and that sort of stuff. You know, it's just no, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but something.
You know, you just don't want to say.
It's just. I just thought this weekend would just be a bit of fun. I really did, and it's not. It's forced fun, you know. And even I've hit 75 targets now, and I've still not got anywhere near what I think I need to, you know. But well.
Yeah, but it's how many do you actually need, and how many do you want?
Well, if you're going to have them, you know, because someone said FM is getting updated soon, so you're probably going to want to put someone on your FM fleet, because nobody wants to have that flipping fleet gets massive amounts of damage because it costs a ready fortune to fix it. So, and that's the massive chore fleet in the whole game, to be honest, because that's the constant every week, you know. So that's one you want fixed. We're in the middle section of, you know, the raid, as Brian said, you know. So are they going to gear the next one to people expected to have, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these anti-torps? Do they turn up the torp power on the, you know, on the Nighthawks? I don't know.
So I'm confused when you guys. TSM, when you guys say, oh, it takes like 50k, 60k points to get everything, what is everything? Is there a cap on how many of each you can get?
That's the question. Well, there isn't, mate, but I suppose it's based across the fleets that you've got. You know, how many Gales have you got against on your Razor Tails? I've got 5. So there's 5 there. How many Gales have you got on your you know,
so you guys
fleet?
are going hard at it, like you get 5 Gales or whatever, so you can replace everything. Is that what you're doing?
Trying to, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because do you not think they'll gear the target?
Too much work.
Do you not think they'll gear the target towards that now?
I don't give a damn.
Probably. I would say I put.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My guess is they would base stuff based on
Go on,
how many the player base gets. At some level, once 1,000 people get X number or whatever number that they're shooting for, they might plan towards that. If whatever the number is, you know, 10,000, 5,000, I don't know what number, but I think then they start to plan towards things based on the available technology. Not
so in that theory, that we all stop. We all just stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Venom just parked his ship with the new skin right next to mine here. Can you see?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look. Yeah. Hang on.
It's shiny.
Do you think they'll be tweaking this raid then?
I don't know, right?
Oh, I can see the teeth now, Venom. Shiny.
Very nice. Look. He's got his pumpkin.
You know what pisses me off is not only that the items are random, and then now I gotta go through the hassle of opening these freaking crates. And I just hate doing that.
I agree.
Like, give me the shard. Don't make me open crates. It's just stupid.
Yeah, the chore is doing the damn thing, and then there's another chore.
Yeah, because I get it when it's crates that like you might want to save for a rainy day, like I do with some of the dailies for like raid days, but there's no point in saving those. Don't give me that stuff. Just give me the shards.
Yeah, well, they mix resources in there because I've gotten titanium with elites.
Well, they better give some uranium because they took the targets away.
Is it titanium in the 7s?
If you hit the 7s, you can get titanium. I've got
Yeah.
titanium
Even the
twice
13s
out
as
of
well.
13s. Yeah.
I think the blitz fleets work because I know the 68 blitz for uranium works because I had to get some crews going and I tried hitting the other ones and nothing worked. But I tried the blitz target and I was getting the 25 from the blitz target. So the blitz fleets I think might work. The blitz targets.
Okay, so that's good. So 68's still around. That's handy. Hello, Wayne. How are you, mate? How's your mic? Is it working? He's joined, but he's got no mic.
Clearly isn't.
That's usually me.
I know it's not normally me, but it is tonight. I'm grumpy TSM tonight.
Grumpy everyone, isn't it? I mean, who's happy? See,
No.
nobody.
I am.
I've
Oh,
just
he
got
is.
up, so I have no idea which way I'm going yet.
Oh, I see. So you just got out of bed. So you didn't.
Yeah,
You're
5:40 in the morning now because I always miss this show.
5:40.
I'll get up
You're
an hour.
keen. Was it? You're keen, mate.
What?
That's 5:40 on a Sunday morning. You must be nuts.
Well, I miss the show else, like I usually do.
All right.
Did you have a cup of coffee at least already?
I didn't even get a chance for that because I woke up and I got to get on the show.
You're just sitting there in your undies, aren't you, mate?
No,
No, no Andes. You just said that.
Yeah.
Live. You heard it.
Yeah. No, that's right. Nothing. That's it.
That's the only right way of playing DP is naked. That's damn right.
Why do you think I haven't got my picture up? Why do you think I don't use my camera?
Oh dear. Is the dog's
So
better
the
looking?
old DLCs for the flagships are the first ones from the difficulty where it's too high. Sorry, this conversation needed a hard reset, and I provided.
Evening.
Have you actually tried those TLCs yet? The ones with the flagships?
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so here is my shame moment. So I saved up my Manticore tokens from the Double Trouble TLCs, and I used the expert build feature to get some quick time in because I know my scatters couldn't finish the targets. So I built 3 missile ships with 1 Darkwing. So end of level 6, right? My 1 and 5 that have the 200 deflection CICs, they're fine. So I put those 2 in, and I have the 3 other missile ships, and I start target 7, and I deselect them. So I just have 3 missile ships going in. They're not fully ranked. They're 66 to 70 because I use the tokens to rank them as well, and the expert build comes with some. I got through about a third of the about half of the target before my 3 missile ships went from full to dead. And they had 4 CT, or not the lower power armor, but the double resist one. So, yeah, I just added about 9, 10, 11 hours of repair where I did not have to. So, yeah, there we go.
Fun.
Good job, Kix.
How's your weekend? Right, so the reason Wayne's in here, everyone in the sidebar chat's been shouting at me. Sorry, guys. I'm too busy being grumpy. Wayne is at the moment. There we go. Look, you better do another one, mate. Okay, he's actually showing the method of doing the 113, the 13 target, with obviously a set of bat rays. I'll keep locked onto you, Wayne, and then you can show us another one. So he's doing loads of them and that sort of stuff. So
I've already got repair on this. As you can see, I've got 2 hours 53 minutes.
Okay, mate.
That's for a single target?
No. He's in 7. So we're going to put pressure on him now. So remember, 2 hours 53. All right.
Yeah, can you smell the judgment?
It's coming. Turn your microphone off. He's going to blame lag. What else can you blame? Could we blame lag? Could we blame? What else can we blame?
Just wait. Be a flash crash in a second.
You better not flash crash.
I don't know.
First.
Yes, so they're going up north first. That's right.
Yeah.
Look at me, not even driving bat rays. Then you turn back down southeast, don't you? I think
we can't see anything. Mark, can you fix the screen on him?
Yeah, it should be. Mine is.
No,
yeah, Adam, click on the one. Click on it. Click on him if you're watching through Hangouts.
Oh yeah, click on Wayne. Click on Wayne, mate, and then you'll see him.
All I do now is a circle around the main ship.
Phantom, you're such an arse.
What's he saying about me now?
He says he's going to come and snipe you as soon as you come on the target. This is why I love this game. It's so funny.
Yeah, but Adam,
I love being in the game with people. Sometimes the game annoys the crap out of me, but it's just the people that's funny.
Yeah, Adam, the thing to watch is what he's doing is when the skiffs launch, he basically doesn't turn with it. He's going straight ahead. So he will target the skiffs because they're slowing you down and changing your reload and doing all sorts of other things. So that's the thing you need to do with the bat rays that's different from the razor tails.
You just try straight on, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, you stop tracking them and just basically go straight. You don't want to make a drastic turn because then you're going to get caught.
Slammed.
Yeah.
So the razor tails is slacker ship here. Good.
Yeah, definitely.
Requires no talent. You just circle
I love it.
and
I
you go
love the razor
wee around it.
Just drive around in circles.
Yeah.
Did you have the special weapons on the flagship? Because I don't see the blue shots. There should be blue shots coming out. You know,
No, he hasn't got any special ones on there, mate.
Oh, wow. An excellent job then.
So there you go, mate. So
53, weren't it?
yeah, that's right.
Oh, I did poorly on
That's
that
not too
one.
bad. That's not, yeah, but that's all right. It's still 20 minutes.
20 minutes, not bad.
Let me do that again, just to prove I can do it for 8.
No pressure, mate. Do you want us to go and look somewhere else before?
Yeah, everybody.
So I heard that Sea Serpent crew was helpful. True?
Sea Serpent on razors is good
yeah.
because you can turn fast. But I was using the Nightmare. The obviously because obviously going to keep going until you just.
Is there a crew called Nightmare?
What's the thingy? Nightmare ship. What's it called?
Midnight Marauders.
Midnight Marauder thingy. Yeah. But they get
I'm
stronger.
using Molotov Maidens. I thought it was good.
Yeah, what's the one that makes your fleet stronger as it gets?
Midnight Marauders. That's what.
Midnight Marauders. Yeah, the Midnight one. That's it. Yeah.
You've got Red and Perv in me now.
Yeah, I've been using Salty Dogs on my the regular Salty Dogs on my bat race.
Because they're Forsaken.
Because they're Forsaken. Yeah, you get the bonuses for reload and stuff, don't you?
Reload and turn speed. Yeah.
Turn speed. Yeah. I put on evade and turn bonuses from my alliance points this week as well for my guys because it makes it a lot easier as well.
Enemy the Perv.
Yeah, that's working well. Can't believe grown men are sat here watching a screen of somebody going around in circles.
I'm amazed how fast they respawn. I mean, they keep respawning faster than I kill them.
Well, the more damage, the more come out.
No, not the skips. I mean, the targets on map. I've been around the same Draconian base, and they just keep spawning.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can split them up anyway. I mean, as long as you're getting under 25 minutes, if you really want to, you can go back to base and then, as Ben was just saying there in sidebar chat, you can just go and take them out one at a time and then fix them up. But I'm not doing that because, you go back there, you do that, that's 2 or 3 minutes, and then you go back out again. It's taking you long.
I'm doing it the same way I do my raid. I'm going to hit until the ships are nearly dead, then I'll stop.
And then stop, yeah. Otherwise, it's just going to
sit up all day. I don't know if I'm on target 12, 13, 14, but my ships are still 70% health.
Yeah, I think I've got about 26, 27 in total, mate.
I'm getting to, I don't know, 15,000 points, and I started after I joined the show here. I had 0.
So it takes a while, mate, doesn't it?
Venom was outside.
Is he there, is he? He is, look, as well. Come out hot. There's a Venom. That's an annoying asshole. You big child.
Okay, back home.
313 before?
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. 11.
That was 9.
And under pressure. And coming out hot.
So guys, how many of this anti-torpedoes and game falls do we need?
I don't know, mate. I mean, who knows? I mean, the more people win, the more we're probably going to need them. So I'd probably say just one. I don't know. I don't know where they. I mean, clearly it's designed, I suppose, for the Nighthawk. But obviously, if you're going to put that on your lead ship or on a ship, that takes off a Gatling gun or a rocket, doesn't it? So whatever you add in one area, you've got to take off another area. So you've got to take a risk.
I have 2 of the anti-torps on, and I have seen no difference.
Really?
Yeah, they don't work. Yeah. I haven't seen them hit anything.
Oh, but then we've got to see versus raid targets, actually, right?
Yeah, because these torpedoes are weak on the target.
Yeah, it's not made for these. It's for the raid.
Well, I haven't even seen them shit, so.
Nah, they haven't.
But do we have anything here firing torpedoes at you?
The little
skiffs.
The skiffs do, yeah. But I don't know if they do any damage, though, because everything just seems to be... I mean, every ship's getting the same amount of damage, unless those little torpedoes are doing splash damage and nothing else, which is what those green bubble things are doing. So, yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Wouldn't they be cannonballs?
So, Venom, you're recommending that
they look like pumpkins. Green pumpkins.
It's the great pumpkin, yes.
Yeah, cannonball. Yeah. Cannonballs are good, because obviously that would be
Venom, you recommend that we don't install them, the anti-torpedoes?
I'm recommending nothing because we haven't seen what they do in the actual raid target. But
yeah,
I would imagine the torpedoes in this target as well might be immune to countermeasure type weapons like they did with the siege raid, which was bull.
Just remember as well, these countermeasures for torpedoes don't countermeasure the super torps. They only do those standard torps as well.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Well, the other thing people gotta remember, like, don't use this on Conquerors, because for Conquerors we already have a torpedo countermeasure, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This is just for PvE.
Maybe to stop people sniping you. I don't know. Whatever.
I think I read in the announcement somewhere, oh, this is the first time we have a counter measure for torpedoes. And like, no, it's not.
I think for PvE, yeah.
Yeah, for PvP, yeah.
What do we have for PvP?
There's a countermeasure
that does.
Oh yeah,
there's one that does really weird stuff. It goes against like flamethrowers and flamethrowers.
Yeah, no. The radioactive goes against ballistic and radioactive. Then there's one that goes against
there's one for each now, isn't there? Yeah, there's one for each now, isn't there? Which is really odd.
Yeah, for every pair of
because it says, isn't it concussive? So that'll cover all.
In theory.
In theory, it should cover everything.
Yeah, in theory, yeah.
But does it?
I haven't tested. I mean,
me either. Never used it.
Man,
I know it fires against depth charges. Does it fire against torpedoes? It should, because they're concussive. But does it? No idea.
No.
It doesn't say torpedoes.
It's not.
Venom is saying it doesn't.
You've got one that does missile mortar, one that does scattergun and depth charge, and then one that does cannon, launcher, and thrower. There's
so it's depth charge and not torpedoes then.
It's depth charge to counter the.
So are you trying to say Kixeye released the weapon with misleading stats for the first time?
I beg your pardon.
Because it says concussive. Concussive includes torpedoes.
It doesn't say concussive.
No, I don't. Where are you reading this?
Where are you reading concussive?
The new torp, the new anti-torp.
No, we're talking about the previous.
No, I'm talking about the anti-torp that came out like with the Siren or something, or the Revenant, whatever.
The cathodic countermeasure?
What's the name? Cathodic, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and it says counters, scatterguns, and depth charges.
Oh, okay. It doesn't say concussive.
No.
It was brought out just to deal with the Revenant's weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously the damage types, as Martin's just said as well. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so it is specifically to a weapon type, as in yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
In the same stat block, it does mention the deflection and does say concussive, but as far as what it counters, it's scattergun and depth charge.
Anyway, right, in my usual patter, there's quite a few people in tonight, and Brian, you're not going to go tonight because you've had your session. Okay, I'm going to go 5 minutes to go, so I'm going to go across the bar. It's time, Adam. How about you, mate? Anything you want to close with tonight that's not to do with the Flying Dutchman event and too many events in 1 month?
Yeah, I'm going to upset some people.
All right, I'll go Venom first then. Come on. Come on, you're going to upset me. What's up?
PvP at this moment is balanced.
It's fun again for the moment, yeah, because there's a couple of ships that actually get into bases now.
Well, it's not just that you can stop. You can both stop the fleet if you're creative, to the point where you're going to have to be prepped. The guards going to have to be prepped, so they're going to have to be really creative in how they're going to take your base. But also, you can hit a lot of bases. So, where we were a couple of weeks ago, to the point where a lot of people, at least where I am, were upset not being able to hit very well. You can hit really well at the moment, and you can defend really well.
So let me ask you a question.
If you know what you're doing. Yes.
Let me ask you a question. I'm not going to disagree with what you said, but I'm going to ask: can people take the bases with all sorts of tier 7 Conqueror ships, or are we still down to WD and Revenant or whatever?
I have seen the WD, Onslaught, Missile Cruiser, Revenant, and Ifrit all in the bases.
So all the tier 7 ships are working. Back cruisers, Ifrits, everything.
No.
It depends on what base you're hitting.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my question. Depending on the base, are you saying they all have a chance if you use the right tool for the right job?
If you use the right tool for the right job, yes. I've seen every single.
I just got hit yesterday by 3 Witch Doctors, an impact cruiser, and a missile cruiser. Till now, I don't know what the armor looks like and how he was able to pull it off. But something changed. I mean, now if you got the right combination of armor and the right build, you can get into any base.
Not any base.
So are you saying they should call off the rebalance, the refactor, whatever they call it?
It's a rock paper scissors game.
No. If you're going to release Tier 8, you're going to run into problems of numbers being ridiculously higher than what we already have, which is already ridiculous. So yes, you're going to have a refactor to lower numbers because they're just stupid to deal with, and they also have to fix things.
So the only thing that's happened is basically what they should have done was released all the content in the first 3 months and let it play with it for 7 months or 8 months. We're now in a position at the end of the year where we wanted to be at the start of the year. Things are quite balanced.
So we're going to have a few weeks of fun and then Tier 8.
And then it all start again. Yeah, exactly.
But as it stands at the moment, it is relatively balanced. And yeah, I
agree. I found Bounty very balanced. I hit a lot of bases in Bounty, as you know, as I've said already. I only hit bases and maybe a couple of other targets. I think literally 2 of the other targets, the standard ones. But everything else was bases. And I got into most bases because some people had something that I could definitely, use and MCS. The missile ships as well. Onslaughts are still weak in 2 key areas for me. You can't get the armor resistances up high enough in 2 areas on onslaughts, but you certainly can on missile strike cruisers, and obviously, Witch Doctors you definitely can as well. So there are some good options out there, and as you're right, look at the whole, look at the faction before you even go in there. Look at what you're taking, and then look at their turrets. And if you do prep out a couple of issues, you can hit some bases. Even Nobby was hitting bases today as well. So
with 1 new armor, I'd say most ships could be used in most bases. As it stands now, you have to be very picky of what ship you use. So you're going to have to actually think for once. But it is well balanced. It's not awful. If you know what you're doing, if you know the math behind things. Wayne's got the turret damage calculator there at ahoymehardy.co.uk. Please look at it. It is fantastic for not only base setup, but setting up your baser to hit the bases. And if you use that, you can very quickly figure out what you need on the hull. That makes base setting so much easier once you get the right hull. It's just down to knowledge at this point. The game is actually balanced. It's just knowledge.
It's down to knowledge and to the time and ability to refit all the Conquerors you had with the latest armor and specs and stuff. I mean, assuming you have the knowledge, considering some of the components have just been released a few days or a few weeks ago, either you're gonna you can probably get 3-4 ships refitted within a week or 2. But past that, you're gonna have to coin refits.
If you use 4 sloths, I've been using the same sloth setup for the last 4 or 5 months. They have not changed. The only thing that's changed is a tank. You can use 4 sloths and a tank. All you need is 1 ship refitted.
But don't you get tired of using slots for like 6, 7, 8 months? The slots have been around for so long. Like I've
stopped using
slots.
Not really, no.
Okay.
I stopped using mine too.
It's just so boring. It's the same shit all over and over and over.
Yeah, I find
with the progress of ships and the tech that's been out, bases change very dramatically, and how you hit them has changed dramatically. The driving technique now compared to a few months ago is completely different. You're having to do different things for gates.
Yeah, to avoid the new gate and this and that.
Yeah.
But
the skill needed is still there. It's just a lot more thinking with sloths now.
Yeah, I've stopped using mine. I find I don't find PvP that interesting, but there are a couple of holes out now where you can maneuver the missile ship in to take out said turret, and then you can bring the other ship in. So it's the same sort of thing. Finding it interesting, but still not as good as it has been in the past. But yes, okay. So I agree. It is on its way back and that sort of stuff. Let's hope refactoring doesn't mess it up, and let's hope that Tier 8 doesn't put us back to start state 1 again. So fingers crossed, but you never know. It'll either will or it won't. We'll know very soon, I'm sure, because they did say they'd give us an update in the next few weeks. Actually, they did say 8 weeks, and it's been at least that now. So we're due an update. seeing as we'll be going into November very quickly. Right, good. Okay, so PvP from you, fine, no worries at all. What else have we got then? Raina, what anything from yourself?
All I have is content overload.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Boom, nail on the head. That was mine. I had the same thing, yeah. And I'm sure you've seen my posts, so I've yeah.
She has you blocked, TSM. Don't think so highly of yourself.
See, I know that's not true. Yeah, I have made my views very clear, and it's not like me normally to be down on things, but I agree with you 100%.
I think there's a pattern here, though, TSM, because I'm pretty sure the last time I was able to get on the show, you were having a raging night also.
Oh,
so
really? Is it your fault?
maybe I shouldn't come on.
Raina's rage.
Yeah, I had that for 2 weeks as well, and that cost me a freaking fortune. Woman, it is your fault.
I get blamed for everything. I'm used to it.
Yeah. Well, goes the territory.
Right.
Oh dear. Hefe, what about you, mate? Anything?
What does everybody think about the fact that it looks like in the next couple of weeks there's going to be no more sniping of shore fleets?
Well, that Laredo post that he was supposedly asked to put up is interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's
he was asked. I was in Discord when he was asked.
It's a six of one and sort of half a dozen of the other, isn't it? It really is. You know, some people are dead against them stopping people being able to snipe, and some people are, you know, it depends on which camp you're in, I suppose.
It's not the camp. This pro sniping camp is, if you noticed, it's quite a bit smaller than the other one.
It is, but then again, you know, it depends on what type of people I suppose go into these, you know, forums and that sort of stuff. I don't really know, but
matter of fact, it's just that it was like overwhelmingly people in favor of stop sniping. If the others didn't show up or whatever, it's always what do you have? Either you find a better data source or you got to go with what you have. What you have is people hate it.
Yeah, it was 85% to 15%. And you're the one. You might enjoy TFC or TSM. You might enjoy reading a couple of the pro snipers' responses.
I'm trying to be impartial, mate, and just pay.
I would just say read some of them.
I've read quite a lot of it. Don't worry. It's no different than listening to World Comms. Don't worry. It's very similar. It's enlightening and amusing me and that sort of stuff. You know, I like the fact that there's FVF, but I don't consider sniping as FVF at all. But
FVF is when both fleets have a chance of killing each other, and it depends on skill. What's happening today is not that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, to bring it back in some reasonable way, you know, they were talking about escorts and whatnot. And I'm assuming you don't pay them by the hour, but they.
Took me a while there. I got it.
Okay. But yeah, the game, they split the game so far back that, you know, our shore fleets are just completely indefensible, and they would have to completely recreate the game to unless you do something like that. You know, it's you know, I'm just surprised it took them so long to try and fix this.
I gotta give them kudos for actually pondering and thinking and getting feedback on that, because people have been complaining for a very long time, and the previous team did fuck all about it.
No, they didn't do anything. You're right.
You didn't even acknowledge the problem.
Yeah, and it's got out of hand. And like I said, you know, the lock of 80, you can't even go back and smash their base or drain them of all their res, so they can't even fix their stuff. So
yeah, with fleets taking 20 hours to repair, I mean, saying that's a problem is an understatement.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's see where it goes. There have been some crazy ideas about, you know, if you get sniped one fleet, that, you know, you go in and join the battle, and all of a sudden it's not the fleet that they were sniping. It changes to another fleet, you know, and it pulls another one out of your base, and you attack with a different one instead. It's a sideline fight instead of a normal fight. And I've seen some really weird ideas, and you know, people are throwing ideas out there and that sort of stuff. But you know, where it will take us, I have no idea. But yeah, you're right. There's some interesting stuff on Discord as well as on the forums as well. But yeah, the majority are against for obvious reasons, because, you know, sniping somebody costs them nothing, but it costs you everything, you know. But the snipers are saying, well, I do it because that's the only bit that costs me nothing in the game, to be honest, and I just want to come on and just annoy people. Well, yeah, there are people like that in life, rightly or wrongly, you know. It's up to them. And they are vocal on the world chat, just as much
So
as
you're
they
saying
are.
the best argument for sniping is my life is miserable and I like making other people miserable?
Seems to
Yeah.
be.
Exactly what he said.
It seems to
Okay.
be, yeah.
That
That's
pretty much
basically
sums
it.
it up. Yeah.
But it is, isn't it? Isn't that about right? You know, that's how it seems to be.
Great argument.
That's the general tone I've got of it from what I've been watching in World Comms. You know, there are a couple of people that seem to love hitting the bigger alliances just because that's all they. I don't know. It's like it's all they seem to come on to do. I don't know. Anyway,
Well, poor Ren gets targeted just because of who he is all the time.
yeah.
I mean, it happens to Liam all the time too. You know, his FM fleet will get sunk just because it's Liam. I mean, it sucks. But that's just how some people are.
Yeah. Oh, you made a video, so you think you're good. Let me prove you wrong. Boom.
Right.
Go.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's passive stardom. Just leave it at that.
It's a mess. It needs sorting, and how they're going to do it, I don't know. But I'm following the comms chat as ever, and we'll see where it takes us.
It's funny how nobody brings their Fangtooth fleet to snipe the other skirmish fleets on the map.
Yeah, it's spooky, that, isn't it?
I don't understand that.
No, I can't think for a moment why that's not happening.
But the Inferno Dragons, oh boy, let me show how tough I am.
I've actually seen Razors sniping bat rays.
Who wins, Razor or bat rays?
The Razor. Razor does explosive damage, where bat ray does concussive. So concussive doesn't hurt the bat rays.
Oh, I see.
Or it doesn't hurt.
The
Concussive
Razor
doesn't hurt the Razor, but the Razor's explosive hurts the bat rays.
Of course, it would do. Yeah.
Right.
I've done a bad thing and told people how to kill bat rays. I'm sorry.
Another way to win against the good old bat ray. This is the first.
Just so you know, I've been doing the level 13s now for 52 minutes.
Okay, mate.
Non-stop.
How many chests is that now? 20.
I have no
25,
idea,
26?
but I climbed from 0 points to being pretty much top 1,000 in the leaderboard here. Global.
So your chests on the top side. What is it? 26 chests you've got? How many did you have before you started?
I don't know, because I have some of those reinforced chests. So 36 minus 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. So 31 I have.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And I'm still going. So until the crew runs off.
Start clicking. Open them up.
No, it's dull.
Yes, but before we end, we have to see what you get.
What, make him open up all his chests?
Yep. I'm going to run for 7 more minutes until the crew expires.
Okay.
I just got one of the anti-torpedoes. I completed one and I got some charts for the other one.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
How's your damage now, mate? You getting it down?
Yeah, it's considerably down.
Good, mate. Good.
I'm doing a lot more.
Brilliant. That's all right. Excellent. Well, it was worth watching, then, wasn't it? And good on you, Wayne, as well, for doing a couple of live ones as well. That was good fun. Righty ho. So what's going to happen this week? Flippin' heck. Here we go. So we're going to finish off this event, which will finish. Is it Monday at 4 p.m. or something like that? Is it?
Is that when the raid ends?
Not this weekend's event, yeah.
The raid, yes.
Yeah. October 20. Yeah. So yeah, it finishes. I think 4 p.m. is what I got, if I'm rightly. Or I could be wrong. La 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 la. Flying Dutchman comes this way. La la la. I have to go back and find the actual page for it. But yeah.
It's a rolling finish as
Find
well.
it quick or I'll start singing.
Don't you start singing again. Flying Dutchman. Here we go. Right. What's the brief said? There's the picture. Oh no. So 1 p.m. it says. Yeah. There we go. So it ends rolling until 1 p.m. Oh, so did it start different times, different worlds, like a normal raid? Did it? I didn't realize that.
Raid?
Yes.
I'm saying raid. No relocation, no uranium. Raid.
So it's basically a raid just with different targets. Okay,
they use a raid mechanic probably just to implement this. That's what I'm saying.
So for me, it finishes at 9 a.m. PDT. So obviously plus 8 hours for here in the UK. And then obviously for the last world, it obviously finishes at 1 p.m. Obviously that'll be 9 p.m. in the UK as well. So yeah, right. I didn't realize that. I never even read the notes, that part of the start and beginning thing. I just thought it'd be like a normal weekend.
RTFM, TFC, RTFM.
7 o'clock UK time. For me.
If they had started it like a TLC, so just stuck it in with the rest of the TLCs instead of having the map target, they could have saved themselves having to do the raid format at all. But someone obviously wanted their nice little graphic put on the map.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know.
One thing I cannot complain is how hard the targets are. They're easy.
I just got a message from Ewok saying a guy in SDS7 has done the 13 for 0 damage.
For 0 damage.
Yeah, that's probably Grouchy. I saw him doing some. I think his name's Grouchy or something. SDS7. I seen him last night. His bat fleet's pretty freaking sweet. He's got it mastered. It's really good.
It was Lord Diamos.
Oh, really? I know him pretty well.
Yeah, it is possible to do it for 0 damage. I just.
How long it takes?
Yeah, it's just too long. Don't bother.
I've done the 7s for 0 damage. I can't do the 13s.
I'm not doing that much seat time. I'm just getting there, smashing out 30 and then fixing and then doing another 30 and that sort of stuff. So that's worked so far.
I know Lord Demon's pretty well. I'll ask him.
Yeah. Should we go through bugs now? Because
yeah, come on. Let's have some bugs. Come on.
This game has no bugs.
Do you remember the bug where guards wouldn't fire behind gates?
It's all fixed though.
Yeah, it's fixed for the guard, but it's not fixed for the attacker now. So if you do not kill both gates, you will be unable to retarget to anything behind that gate.
Oh, wow.
Again.
How annoying.
So some preps are not going to work, which is annoying. The double fleet is back, so your fleet can be hit whilst hitting a base. So if they time it right, they'll snag your fleet whilst
outside the base while you're inside the base. Yeah.
Yeah.
And which result is persisting?
Both.
Yeah, so you die and go back to your base you don't think you are. You can still kill their base if you don't come out, but obviously when you come out,
you're safe if your fleet gets to your base, but if you come out and repair from hitting a base, and the battle between the two fleets finishes, you will take damage again, so you have to repair twice.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Which is rather annoying.
Then you got to try and prove that as well. So that's running with a recorder on all the time again.
Yeah. Replays for the base hit sometimes don't turn up, and also battle logs sometimes don't turn up.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people saying the battle logs haven't shown.
So. Yeah, the playbacks I'm getting maybe 1 out of 4. It's not there.
Yep.
But the logs, I haven't seen a problem.
Yeah, I've had it where logs just don't show at all. So the base has been hit. You can see the damage. You look in the battle log and you haven't been hit.
Yeah, yeah. I know someone said the same thing about mega ship battles as well, particularly obviously during the bounty event because they were doing lots of mega ship battles.
It's not so much if it's your mega that's happening to, but if someone joins the mega, it doesn't show up at all. They never joined that mega at all.
Interesting. How are you getting on there, Ren?
You want me to stop? Is that what's happening?
I just wondering how are you getting on? How much time's left on your crew?
1 minute.
Because that's obviously they're damaged now, so that fleet's a lot stronger, isn't it? So you get
no. The Molotov maidens don't give you strength. It's just more splash, more spread.
Oh, you're on that. Oh, you're on the mortar one. The mortar.
Yeah, splash and spread. I thought that would be a good one. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it lasts for exactly 1 hour, so I know when it runs off. I've been at this for 1 hour.
There's one crew that gives splash and rocket crit.
Yeah.
That also works quite well.
With the razor tail,
Hellfire Heathens.
Yeah, there's a couple of nice ones.
Yeah, for rockets, you have so many more options of crews than you have for concussive.
Yeah, definitely. I even saw people out there running around with flipping, grease monkey crews on. I was like, no, I'm not doing that on this event. It'd be crazy.
Has anyone tried hitting the 7 with the garrison hulls?
No, I haven't. I know someone was using icebreakers, which they never did.
I hit with dragons. It wasn't fun.
I hit it with my icebreakers last night and got 2 hours.
What are you supposed to be hit with those?
I got 1 hour, 21 minutes with dragons.
Wow.
That's bad.
Yeah, I didn't do that again.
No. And 2 hours of icebreakers, Raina.
Yeah, I got 2 hours for my icebreakers, just under.
Ouch.
And I saw somebody on the page saying they did it with fangs for free, and then someone saying, "No, don't do that," because I went and made one mistake and I got instantly annihilated. So, it's back to that scenario again where the tiniest little margin causes you instant death. So,
yeah, if you sneak up on the Flying Dutchman and then don't move, you won't trigger the Dutchman. But you go that 0.5 millimeter too far,
and you've had
and it fires and it moves, and then pretty much you're stuffed because you can't really, because the margin between you firing and them seeing you is that minute that you can't drive and try and do it properly.
I'll try it.
Got you.
I'll try it now.
I mean, you can, because you can go in and out because the cannonballs or whatever you want to call it don't fire constantly. So you can hit them and then move out, and then they will fire where you were. But it's going to take a hell of a long time to do it that way.
I'm curious. See the little balls to the left? They come up as an item that you can kill, but you can't shoot at them. If you get this Dutchman to go over that corner and kill them, will that get you extra points?
Where? What are you talking about?
See in the far left.
You're talking about the ice. The ice.
Oh, the ice thing. Well, that's like annoying the SSRBs because when you go and try and
You mean these ice things here that you can target?
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't actually shoot them, but I've seen them die to splash. Would they give you extra points because you're technically doing more damage in a target?
Okay, let's open things.
No, because it says you get 10 per skiff. 10 points per skiff you kill.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, so you get 600 plus 10 for every skiff.
28, that's good, Red.
28, right? 0.5 in 1 hour.
Yeah, that's good.
I hit the 7 with fangs, and I didn't make it anywhere close before it spotted me, and now my fangs are dead.
Wow. Here we go then. Come on, let's open some chests.
Oh, you want me to stop and open them? Oh, I opened the wrong one.
Yeah.
It was a gale. Cool, mate. You've got.
Yeah, but that's the problem. See, I gotta keep every time going forward. That just annoys the crap out of me. So I'm gonna get these out of the way.
Burn them off. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
It's only a bit of looking uranium.
We had somebody who tried to do the 13 with the ghost crawler last night just to see how the thermal was. And he was quick on the retreat button because he had a similar experience to what Venom had with the level 7. It spotted him well before he was within range with his torps. So.
Yeah, like I said, there's a really narrow window between being seen and not being seen.
Oh no,
but that's with fangs, right? And fangs take longer. So
that wasn't even close to me hitting the ship. It spotted me a good tile and a half away.
Really? Because I was able to sneak right up on it and sit there, and my torps were firing, but I didn't think they were all firing, so I just nudged them a little bit forward, and as soon as I did that, it spotted me. Yeah, and then it's like I got about half damage, and I tried to get out of the way after that.
So the ghost crawler, was that a refitted one with maximum torque ranges?
Oh no, not my ghost crawler. That was fangs. Sorry, mine was with fangs.
Right, got you. Because obviously ranges are different, aren't they? So.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've seen a guy in Alpha on World Map. He's using some souped up prototypes, and he's taking care of 13s. He's getting like 15, 20, 13s out of a run before he has a 13-hour repair. And that's not bad for prototypes.
No, because the target's not designed for that specific. I mean, obviously designed for the
exactly. I was impressed. I was like, good for you, man. I mean, at least you're thinking outside of the box and you're getting some stuff.
Okay, let's see what I get here.
Come on then, Ren. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this every time. That sucks.
Yeah, I know it's annoying, isn't it?
Okay, Gale 4.
Yeah.
Gale 4.
That's 2.
Anti-torp.
Yeah, anti-torp.
Anti-torp, yeah.
Gale.
Oh, a skin that you didn't want. Yeah, go on. Well, a part of a skin.
Anti-torp. So I have 2 and 2 on the Gale and anti-torp.
Yeah. I'll take my shoes off a minute. That's
Okay,
another
3 on the Gale.
3, 2.
3 and 3.
3.
You have a lot more balanced luck than I do.
4-3.
Yeah.
It's a close race. 4-4.
Ooh. Have they been listening to us?
Oh boy.
Maybe.
Bang on 5. That's your first.
Bang on the gale. 1 gale.
If you get an anti-torp now.
No.
Oh, no,
gale.
back on the gale. So 6-4. 7-4.
There we go.
7-4.
That's more like it.
There you go. 7-5.
5. Okay. 7-5.
Okay. 7-5-1-1 if you're counting the 2 skins.
I can confirm Ren has better luck than
That's
I do.
excellent, Ren. Because
7-5.
when you think about it, man, how many do we need?
5.
We actually need 1 and 1 of each. You know,
Let's keep going. I have 23 chests to go.
Yeah, because the anti-torps.
Anti-torp, another one. 7-6.
5 parts for each one. 5 parts.
7-7.
7-7.
That's
7,
nice
7,
mix.
1, yeah.
8 for the torps.
Oh, 7-8.
8-8.
8s, yeah. 9-8. 10-8.
10. So now I have 2 gales, that's right?
Yep.
Skin.
Second one of those, second shard, yeah.
If you complete this, I'll be most upset.
Gale.
So 11, 11-8. 12.
13.
14.
14.
14. 9.
14, 9, yeah.
Why isn't it opening? Oh, there you go. Blue skin.
I knew it.
So it's 2 and 2 on the skins.
Yep.
Oh, I clicked more than once here. Torpedo shard.
Okay, so that's 50. That's a 3. That's the third one of those. Sorry, that's your 10 now, isn't it? Sorry, so that's the second one of those. So that's 10 of those. So.
Okay. What?
What?
Yeah. Those are in there. Yeah, those junks are in there. There's a couple.
Correct.
What are that piece of rubbish for?
Okay.
They're on the low chance to get.
Okay, another gale. So now I have
3.
15, 10.
So that's 3 gales and 2 of the anti-torps.
Yeah. And 3
Skin.
Third skin.
This is
Third skin shard.
3 and 2.
6 to go, isn't it?
Another gale.
One
Piece.
of them. 16, 10. 17, 10.
Yeah. What? Crap. Garbage. Okay, Cormorant, 11.
17, 11.
What's the last one? Be uranium.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. 4.
Hit you.
One more. Go on.
So
Make the last one.
more I get it, right?
You get one more to get.
And I have 1 chest. What are the odds?
Have you
Like
seen there's 2
0.1.
different color chests as well?
Yeah. The 7's
Okay.
different color, isn't it?
Cormorant.
there you
Is
go.
that what it
So-
was?
yeah.
I was trying to figure out why I had a different color
So out
chest.
of my chest, then I got 17 gale parts. So I had 3 complete gales.
Yeah. 12 cormorant.
12 cormorant, I have 2. For the orange skin, I have 4 parts. For the
4.
blue skin, I have 2 parts.
Yeah.
And I got 2 crappy chests.
Yeah.
That's
not bad.
To put it into perspective, Ren, with your luck compared to mine, I had 30 Gale 4s and 16 anti-torps before I got my second Razor Shard.
Wow.
Wow.
I ended with 37 Gale Shards and 33 anti-torps before the battery was done.
So you telling me you'd rather have coloured ships than anti-morts? That sort of stuff. I think you got your game balance wrong, mate, somewhere.
They're not required for the Razor. Just drive around.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that is it. 1 hour of playing the Halloween event. Now repair, and tomorrow.
And tomorrow do the same thing again. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing, mate. Right. Okay. there we go. It's 1:30, so we're going to log out. I'm going to say thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been fun watching Ren open his chests. I'm glad I said that to Ren and not to Rainer.
Ren, how many chests did you get in the hour? Can I just ask again?
It was 30-something, 30...
About 30.
30-something
Like,
for an hour.
like
yeah.
30,
And every minus
it was like 32. 32, I think he had.
Thank you.
Some of that.
Okay. Because here's the comparison. I've been on well, probably be able to do another one, but I've done 14, but I'm docking each time. So that's the comparison of
And
docking.
that's the difference, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd probably get one more because it's not quite the hour, 1 or 2 more. So say 15 in the hour compared to that. So about half.
Half then, yeah.
Yeah, I did you, and now here I have 12 hours, 14 minutes to repair my fleet.
And you've got instant fix, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going in the dock, splitting them, repairing them, and coming straight back out. So that's the comparison. It's taking twice as long.
There we go.
How
So
many
time
points?
versus thing, yeah.
How many points was that?
28, wasn't it?
Like-
Something like
Yeah, like 27 or something. 27 or something.
I'm at 28, 550.
Oh, 20.
The top guy has 356,000.
that? Oh my god.
Yeah, because you need that. You got to have that. You need it. You need that many.
Right.
Yeah, what would be really annoying if all he got was
A badge?
no, not the badge. Out of the chest, if all he got was the Predator missiles, then that'd be funny.
Right. We all need to log off and go do something more interesting. Right. Thanks very much for joining in. See you all
something more
next
interesting?
week. Okay. And obviously it's going to be the raid briefing, isn't it? Yeah. In a flash, literally, you'll stop this, you have a blink, and then obviously it'll be back onto it again.
I heard there's going to be big news on Monday. I don't know.
Really?
We'll see. Don't know. I can't think what the big news is. I don't know what it is. I'll have to think about that. I don't know. You caught me offline then. Right. It'll be something interesting, I'm sure. But definitely, obviously, we should get the briefing out for Tuesday at least about the raid and what's coming out. We did hear that it's going to be Proto Apollo. That's definitely going to be one of the raid prizes as well. So that's for the third piece of the SSRB. So if you want to get into doing SSRBs as opposed to doing the ones in the water, then obviously a Proto Apollo is going to be the way to go because that's going to be open soon. And it'll be the last one that's going to be able to. They're not going to do the Garrison one for some time. So if you want to get it, then it's there. And if you don't want to get it, then hey, don't do the raid. You know, do something else instead. Have some time with your family, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll speak to you then. Take care. Have a good rest of the weekend, and enjoy the extra hours sleep. Those in the UK.
Right. So yeah, thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Everyone.
I know.